Hi, my name is David Barter. I am the practice manager here at GreenPages Technology Solutions for the Microsoft practice, and we are talking today about Office 365 issues and what you can expect and what we've understood and gone through over the last 800,000 seats of migration that we've done this year. There are lots of gotchas to your environment, and this is the third part of a three-part series that we've done. The first two covered a lot of these pieces, and the last two will really get down into how we deal with mobile devices and how you deal with the help desk side of it. So first and foremost, Office 365 requires and relies on almost implicitly ActiveSync for it to function. ActiveSync, Outlook Anywhere, and Outlook Web Access. Excuse me, I was stuttering there for a second. Those three pieces make up your connectivity. Your mobile devices require ActiveSync to be able to connect. Technically, you can get rid of Outlook Anywhere and still have some functionality. If you need further controls over that, that's where the Enterprise Mobility Suite from Microsoft comes in. But at the end of the day, connecting to an end user's mobile device, as long as it's current device, it's not a flip phone like my dad uses, you can still get your email by simply putting in the username and password that everybody's used to. Again, that's predicated on the fact that you're using Active Directory or directory synchronization for that. And a user's ability to connect is there. Where it comes down to the help desk piece is it comes into a conversation around, I don't understand why I can't see this, I can't get connected, it's not taking my username and password, all those typical things you would have, because now you're almost putting the burden back onto the end user to put that username and password in, and there are times when you may have a service interrupt that may force them to re-input that username and password. And if they don't understand the requirements, which are simply just david.barter@logix1.com, and then my password, that simple requirement, and they think it's more or less than that, or they're not clear on what their username is or password is, depending upon your requirements, you'll want to make that clear to them, or that's going to create a significant number of help desk calls. I think the other thing that happens is gets into Microsoft calling as well, and that's really a second part to this. As an Office 365 subscriber, you are essentially a customer of Microsoft at that point. And as we all know, having bought Microsoft and installed Microsoft software over the last 15 years, we all know that there is a tail to that. And the tail to that is that Microsoft wants to make sure you're satisfied. They want to make sure that you have everything you need to do this. And so you're going to get lots of phone calls. They're going to want to help you on board. They're going to want to help you get this deployed because it's important for them for you not only to buy it, but to use it. And so what I can tell you there, and what's interesting to understand, is that Microsoft can only get you so far. They're pretty up to speed on the major third-party applications that integrate with Office 365, but what they're not is they're not infrastructure people. They are not folks that can come in and look at your very one-off environment, because as much as everybody thinks theirs isn't, everybody's environment is a one-off. There is something different about your environment as compared to your neighbor's environment. Or your CEO's business colleague's environment that makes it very unique to what you do as in an organization, and that's why you manage it. So Microsoft doesn't take the time to understand that. That's not what they're there to do. That's what GreenPages is here to do. We're here to help you understand the impact of your environment, what the migration plan should be in comparison to how it affects your environment. Microsoft's going to want you to cut over and do all of this work right up front, bang, 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 bang. Where we're going to come at it, we're going to say, hey, look, this department's more sensitive and this person's less sensitive, and let's do it in this order at this time, and make it something that's even you yourself, we can leave you the keys to the kingdom and you can migrate on your own. So, and I think finally is the last piece to really talk about is your loss of control and whether it's real or not. Oftentimes folks are hesitant to adopt the cloud because they feel like they can't see the blinky, as I call it. They can't see the server, they don't see it blinking in the rack, they can't run the backup, they can't verify the backup, you feel you have a sense of a loss of control of your environment. And I think it's important to understand that Office 365 is a loss of some control. And the point of you going to Office 365 is that you want to give up some of that control. So you need to make sure that you're okay with that to start with, that really that loss of control is okay, because here's what it does for you. It frees you up to do other things, to do projects that make sense for the organization, that move the organization in the right direction, things that you want to do every day and not be an Exchange admin every day. And unfortunately, in large organizations, An exchange admin is a real person. It's an FTE that you have on staff that sits there all day long and does adds, moves, and changes inside of Exchange, manages the backup, looks at the data, does e-discovery requests, all these things. So again, the loss of control is there, but the loss of control is not bad because the reason you went to the cloud is because you wanted to give up some of that control. You have too much on your plate. So it's really more at the end of it, really about perspective. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to your GreenPages sales rep, reach out to myself, go to the GreenPages website, ask a question, ask to get in contact with myself. The folks that receive that email will definitely get you over to me and we can have a talk and see if I can help you with your issue. So thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.